Farage surprises viewers with praise for Tommy Robinson after BBC clash sparks national debate. You're not going to believe what just happened on live television. Nigel Farage just went on record praising Tommy Robinson, and not behind closed doors, not in a private interview, but right after a fiery, unfiltered clash between Robinson and a BBC host that left viewers stunned. Welcome to Back Britain Unfold. For May watching, this wasn't just another media moment. It was a political turning point, one that has people across the UK asking, what exactly is happening behind the scenes? And more importantly, what does this alliance mean for the direction of British politics? Let's break it down. It all unfolded earlier this week during a tense live segment on the BBC. Tommy Robinson was invited to appear as part of a panel discussion on national security and public trust, a controversial move in itself, given his reputation and history. From the moment he stepped onto the set, tension was high. The BBC host wasted no time pushing back on Robinson's rhetoric, challenging him repeatedly on past controversies and accusing him of inflaming public sentiment. But Robinson didn't back down. In fact, he leaned in. And in a moment that's now gone viral, he fired back at the host with a statement that sent shockwaves through the studio. People are tired of the media twisting their reality. I'm not here for approval. I'm here to speak the truth they're too afraid to say. That line alone triggered hundreds of thousands of shares on social media. But the real bombshell came after the show, when Nigel Farage, appearing on his own segment on GB News, responded to the clip. Farage, who spent years navigating the fine line between populist politics and public diplomacy, shocked viewers when he said, "Whatever you think of Tommy Robinson, in that moment, he was absolutely right." He continued, "The media can't keep silencing voices just because they're uncomfortable." And on this point, Robinson nailed it. The disconnect between the public and the press has never been wider. It wasn't an endorsement of Robinson's past, but it was something else, a form of validation. And coming from someone like Farage, that was enough to spark a full-blown media storm. Social media erupted. Some hailed the moment as long overdue. A high-profile figure finally recognising public frustration with legacy outlets. Others called it dangerous, a sign that once separated political figures might be forming unofficial alliances rooted in shared grievance rather than shared values. One popular tweet read, "Farage praising Robinson is the most 2025 thing I've seen yet." Another user posted, "This isn't about policy anymore. It's about who controls the narrative, and clearly they're done playing nice." And that's exactly the conversation happening behind the scenes in political circles. Because whether you support them or not, both Robinson and Farage speak to something that's been brewing in Britain for years. A widening gulf between public anger and media institutions. And this clash, this televised moment, cracked it wide open. According to insiders, the BBC has already faced internal backlash for allowing Robinson on the air in the first place, with some staffers reportedly warning producers that the segment would backfire. They weren't wrong. The clip has now been viewed over 4 million times online. And the fallout isn't just digital. Political strategists are now scrambling to measure what this could mean ahead of a possible snap election. One Conservative backbencher told The Times, "There's a reason populist voices are gaining ground. People feel like they're finally being heard, and that scares the establishment more than anything." Labour sources, meanwhile, are reportedly keeping close tabs on Farage's every move, especially as he hints at a possible re-entry into electoral politics. Because if Farage and Robinson, two of the UK's most polarising voices, begin echoing each other on national media, that's not just a headline. That's a warning shot. But here's the bigger question. Was this praise spontaneous or strategic? Farage doesn't speak by accident. Every word, every statement, especially on camera, is calculated. So when he backed Robinson's criticism of the BBC, was he testing the waters, gauging public support, or setting the stage for something even bigger? This was today's important update. We want to make it clear that our videos do not contain any kind of misinformation. Our only goal is to deliver true and verified news from across the UK right here on Britain Unfold. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Britain Unfold.